I'm wanting a million. I want a higher than the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm wanting a million. I'm wanting a million.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Pass play on 1st and 10. McBride hauls it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. His first throw is an interception. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Saints Saints will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. You got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Good for the Saints.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing Penix. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to push that envelope and get aggressive.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Penix working from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix here from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Working quickly here. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. And again, it's Penix. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Dump off caught by his back. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They are throwing it again. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Escapes the sack. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Walker on the stop. A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have second down behind the sticks. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action on first. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 20-zip lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Here's Penix to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down. From the shotgun, Penix. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Has a hole left, room to run. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. He's on the move. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Get out of harm's way. Right? You just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Penix now. Got for big yards on the right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Penix looking to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On first down, here's Penix. It is caught left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
So now, here's third and goal. Here's Penix. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Fourth down, here's Penix. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Saints will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints pushing for points. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Hits his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing now on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Throw on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. Penix now on first down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Saints take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That pass is complete to McBride. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Cardi down for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Penix on first down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Penix working from the gun. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there. So second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing third and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long. And again, it's Penix. And they pick him off again. And the Saints are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
Saints 38, Panthers nothing.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 34. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Penix here from the gun. That's completed right side. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
A gain of 15. First down, Carolina.
From the shotgun, Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To the air with Penix. Taking a big shot for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Third down, it's Penix. He's trying to go deep again. And they pick him off again. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Saints are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finding Davis. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lone back gets the handoff. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Another carry for him. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Panthers' 25.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Running this one left. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll hand it to him again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Give now to the running back. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4. Trying for it with Penix. They connect for the first. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
A gain of 5.
They just get the play off. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
The end of the third quarter. With the score.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner. Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Plowing up the middle. Past the 25. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Penix. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Second and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Carolina.
Here's Penix to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Panthers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Penix. Flush down out to his left. Finds his back complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete to number 2. Touchdown, Carolina.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers take 7 points off the deficit.
Panthers 7.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no problem for the Saints, they cover it up. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And they bring him down around the 34. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I can